he would turn the child over to the instructor. This continued from childhood to perhaps puberty or longer. He was to keep the child from physical or moral harm. So, too, the old French tutor and Latin tutor mean, literally, a protector or guardian. However, the duties of the tutor also involved the matter of discipline, and he might be charged with instructing the child in matters of conduct. The tutor's discipline could be severe, whether they were slaves or were paid tutors. Therefore, Galatians 3:24-25 points out that the law has become our tutor gr. Pi middle dot dar middle dot goes, literally child leader leading to Christ, that we might be declared righteous due to faith. But now that the faith has arrived, we are no longer under a tutor. The law was strict. It o textoi acute miritra longo, Tyre 1135 to arrest had an added factor, because he experienced the labor of spiritual parenthood with them. Compega 4:11-19-20. See education. Instruction. 12. The. See apostle. Tychicus Tychi middle dot cus from a root meaning fortune. Success. One of Paul's aides, a beloved brother and faithful minister and fellow slave in the Lord from the district of Asia. Col 4:7 Tychicus was a member of Paul's party returning from Greece through Macedonia into Asia Minor. But whether or not Tychicus went all the way to Jerusalem is not stated. Act 20. 2-4 Tychicus is one of several persons suggested as the brother who, while in Greece, helped Titus to arrange the collection for the brothers in Judea. 2 Co 8:18, 19, 12. 18 From his prison in Rome, Paul sent Tychicus with letters to Ephesus and Colossae, promising that Tychicus would tell them more about his state of affairs and be of comfort to them. Onesimus is mentioned in the letter to the Colossians as accompanying him. F6. 21-22. Col 4:7-9 Following Paul's release from prison, he contemplated sending either Artemas or Tychicus to Crete. 3:12 When the apostle was back in a Roman prison for the second time, he dispatched Tychicus to Ephesus. 2:4-12 Tyrannus Ranus absolute ruler. Sovereign. A name connected with the Ephesian school auditorium in which Paul preached for 2 years after having encountered resistance in the Jewish synagogue. Act 19. 9-10. Tyre. The principal Phoenician seaport. Identified with present-day Sur, situated about 50 km 30 mi of Mount Carmel and 35 km 22 mi SSW of Sidon. Picture, Volume 2, p. 531 Tyre was in ancient cities at 23:1-7, but just when it was founded as a colony by the Sidonians is not known. It is first mentioned after the conquest of the Promised Land in about 1467 BCE, and at that time it was a fortified city. This mention of Tyre was in connection with the boundaries of Asher's tribal territory. From the start, and all through its history, Tyre apparently remained outside Israel's borders as an independent neighbor. Jos 19:24-29. 2:24-7. Friendly relations existed at times between Tyre and Israel, notably during the reigns of David and Solomon. Skilled Tyrian workmen engaged in building David's royal palace with cedar timber sent by Hiram the king of Tyre. 2:5-11. 1ch14. The Tyrians also supplied David with cedar later used in the temple's construction. 1ch22. 1-4. After David's death, King Hiram of Tyre furnished Solomon with materials and assistance for the construction of the temple and other government buildings. 1 Chi 5. 1-10. 7. 1-8. 2ch2. 3-14. Israelite son of a Tyrian worker in copper, who himself was a skilled craftsman, was employed in the construction of the temple. 1 Chi 7. 13, 14. 2ch2. 13, 14. For their assistance the Tyrians were paid with wheat, barley, oil, and wine. 1 Chi 5. 11, 12. 2ch2. 15. In addition, Solomon gave the king of Tyre 20 cities, though the Tyrian monarch was not overly pleased with the gift. 1 Kai 9. 10-13. Tyre in time became one of the great sea powers of the ancient world, and her mariners and commercial fleet of Tarshish ships were famous for their voyages to faraway places. Solomon and the king of Tyre cooperated in a joint shipping venture for the importing of precious things including gold from Ophir. 1 Kai 9. 26-28. 10. 11, 22. 2 Ch 9. 21. In all the dealings the Tyrians had with Israel, there is no indication that, as a people, they were interested in the worship of Jehovah. Their association was particularly a commercial one. Racially they were Canaanites, and religiously they practiced a form of Baal worship, their chief deities being Melkart and Astarte Ashtaroth. When Ethbaal was king of the Sidonians including Tyre, his daughter Jezebel married Ahab, the king of the northern kingdom of Israel. Jezebel was infamous in her determination